Hey, what's up, y'all? And welcome back to a new episode of Boys Will Be Boys and Her. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. This episode is titled Numbers Ain't Really the Price.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jaylin. We're back with another episode of Boys to Be Boys in Her.
It's Brittany, aka Britt.
Brittany, bitch.
It's J to the old man Swami. Dude.
Hands back, you heard?
Welcome back, my boy. How was your week? You was gone last week.
Yeah, it was good, man. You know, I went out there to Houston and saw the WBC a little bit, and then I came back. I was kind of under the weather. I don't know. This whole week was full of just crazy weather. We've seen all the seasons.
It
in
was
New York.
sundress season.
Nah, that's
Meanwhile,
a
you
lie.
was sick.
Bro, it was snowing the other day. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely
it was snowing. I
definitely
was
was
like,
snowing.
How about you, Jay?
I'm chilling, bro. It wasn't bad at all. We got that good weather. Got that little bit of tease. You know, Mother Nature's just like woman, just nothing but a tease. We got that, and I was alright. I worked. Finally got a day off this week, so that was Gucci. But other than that, it was good. What about you, Britt?
I didn't do much. I chilled, worked. Oh, I went to the Nets basketball game
How was
against
that?
the Pistons.
Yeah, Pistons.
Gotcha. It was cool. You know, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but it was cool.
You and my hubby?
Yeah.
Shout out to that man. He be doing a lot, bro. He making me look bad. Shout out to him. Jordan, what's good with you, bro? How was your week?
My week was pretty good. You know, nice, chill, relaxing type of thing. I didn't really do too much though, to be honest with you. You know, nothing exciting like WBC or the Nets game.
I mean, hey, everybody can't be outside, bro. It's all good. Sometimes you need some downtime. But it's been a crazy week. Otherwise, we're gonna start it off with the City Said What segment. Brittany want to know, did you hear about the Rihanna incident
I'm
up in
hiring a whole
California?
new security team. Like,
Oh.
what's up with that?
You,
Like,
you part of the Navy.
yeah.
Blitz.
A
part of the
whole new
Navy.
security team. Like, what happened? How? How was that? I just want to know, how was that possible?
I don't have answers. I don't have to lay out to the land, but I ain't
Clearly,
gonna lie
this
to
lady
you.
did. Clearly, she did.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So for those who don't know, a couple of days ago, Rihanna was actually home, which was a scary.
Yes,
like as a
that's
parent, that
crazy.
is like a scary thing because Rihanna was home. So Rihanna was home with her family. ASAP, his name was Blanky. What's his name? ASAP Rocky. I'm
Rocky.
sorry. ASAP Rocky was also
Rakim.
home, and
That's his
there
right.
was a deranged lady who pulled up in front of the gated community and let 7 rounds go of her AR-15. She had an AR-15, my boy.
He was wilding.
She let
Busting
7
shots,
rounds
'cause she was
go.
out here on the hitman.
Yeah, bro.
Scarface.
What's that Rihanna song? Shots, shots, shots.
That's not funny.
No, that like you know.
Nah, y'all
Yeah,
wilding.
wildin'. So for those who don't know, like I said, this happened earlier this week, and the young lady's name, I want to make sure I get it correctly. She looks crazy, by the way. The young lady's name is Ivana Lisette Ortiz. That's the young lady's name. She has been diagnosed multiple times. At one point in Florida, she was taken into a world to go into a psych ward. She also has lost custody for kids because of her mental behavior. So she's a real bad hombre, as your president would say, Anthony. You know, so
Who's president?
so I think there's so many ways to look at this because one, as a parent, I would just be completely terrified. So was she. The next day, they had TMZ was there and they captured her getting on the jet and leaving. Yeah, she was out of there.
She
Like,
went to Barbados.
I mean, that's where I would go. I would go far away. So my question to you, Brittany, is how do you think, as a mom, and as a female in general, how would you feel? As you're completely vulnerable because your home was attacked.
No, for real. But ASAP Rocky, he from Harlem. Like, I'm pretty sure he was about to hold that down. For real, for real.
I mean, he
No.
did have a gun charge, but I don't know where it was at this time. He didn't have it on this time, I guess.
Nah, but all jokes aside, like, I don't have kids, but I like family members, anybody I love, like, I'm gonna protect them 10 toes down. So that's very scary. Like, you know, like, just hearing random shots, glass shattering everywhere, like, you gonna go frantic. Like, I would be out of there too. Like, the same night I'm out of there. Take me back to my country.
Facts.
No, for real.
What about you, Jordan?
Especially like when the kids is involved, kids is around. That's a scary thing as a parent. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Be honest with you, I'd have been outside with that thing, looking like who that? Who that? Somebody that had to get something because that's a little crazy. I mean, the
insane.
whole situation is a little crazy too because apparently this girl has had like former run-ins with people from Rock Nation. Like she has a whole lawsuit out against Rock Nation. I'm not sure if
Oh.
they settled that thing already, but like you know, so this is not her first run-in with somebody.
Correct.
that
And she's also one to be known. She has her YouTube page. Her just full of her just making these like crazy videos. She's like she's certified, bro.
Oh, okay.
She's legit certified. And when you switch your perspective just a little bit, and you look at Anthony, when you look at the security team, if you're head of security, I mean, I'm pretty sure I would resign. But if you're the one, you're Rihanna, or you're ASAP, you're in charge of the security team. Everybody's gone, right? Like there's no ifs and doubt about it.
I'm changing them. I'm changing them ASAP.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you though. I don't know if I'm gonna make the switch of the whole team, because if you inside securing the perimeter or something like that, or securing the house, I can't really blame you for the stuff that's going outside. Whoever's watching that camera though, it's clipped. You're going.
So I mean, I don't. Naturally, none of us live. We don't have the money. We're not financially wealthy to be in this type of situation. But I'm assuming there's 360 area view of the whole house. That's like surveillance. I'm pretty sure works.
100%.
And with her money, I'm pretty sure it's the top of the line type of surveillance where you know exactly what's going on. And like again, luckily nobody was actually hit. That's like the best thing. So you have that, but then you take into account that. So Brittany, so I used to work in film before this. So one of my first paid jobs I had was I worked on, you know, when Rihanna used to have like the stand socks.
Yeah.
So I did. She had a pop up shop in what the hell is that called, in Soho.
Okay.
So I met her. I was
Okay.
the one on the production team for that commercial. She was late, but she's one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met.
I heard that before.
She's legit.
Mhm.
I remember her assistant acting, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" She said, "Just give me Hennessy and Cheetos." Legit, I kid you not. That's what she said. So this is it. Like she is like a celebrity, but she's like super like she's a married woman, bro. Chill out.
Look. I'm just saying.
She should have hired him.
The cool
But no, and I remember
voices went up.
and that was I don't know if it's the same security guard, but this was about 7 years ago. And when I was talking to a security team, it was like this big, brolic, light skinned dude. And I was like, yo, how was it working for her? He was like, yo, bro, she's amazing, and you know, for this and that. And I'm like, yo, you can have the horses in the race and still lose, bro.
No, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, especially this is something that I think what scares people the most, because when we talk about the mentally unstable is you can't factor it. You
That
like
is
she
true.
have made these threats and stuff before, but you don't really know. And at the end of the day, Rihanna is not the federal government. She's not monitoring who's saying they're going to threaten her. That's not
That's
what's
true.
going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is a scary time.
You can't even like put yourself in her mindset of thinking to even think like something like this would happen. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Because
true.
who expects, like, I'm pretty sure Rihanna didn't really have no real run-ins with this girl before.
It's 100, but there's no
for it
way.
to just be
Yeah.
like,
Aside from online,
know.
like well, online is not reality. You know what I'm saying? So you look at all these factors, Anthony, and now your next step. Me personally, I'm putting the home on the market. I'm not the California home is going. Like I want nothing to do with it.
You got enough money to just get up out of there, start a new life somewhere else, probably.
I mean,
with,
100%.
with better security, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, she got
Because
bills.
I don't- I-
Nah, that's
Money
something
was
got to
that
be
for
done with
sure.
this.
Yeah, because I don't know, because I have a camera device, right? I'm not gonna say the name because we don't give out free advertisements. But I have it, and like as soon as you come like somewhat close, it's like it's motion. So like I'm sure they got better cameras
That's
that
what I'm
has
saying, big bro,
expanded.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. But again, luckily it was showcasing was just recovered at the gate, and it wasn't to the point where anybody was struck. But I don't think anything was wrong for her for getting up out and
Yeah.
getting family
No,
up out of there,
definitely.
because family's most important. Like there's nothing to like play about. And speaking of not playing around, Jordan, I'm gonna go to you for the next topic. So we had a true scare downtown in Gracie Mansion with the IUD bomb, and where two suspects were arrested as they were caught legit lighting the IUD, and luckily it didn't detonate, so nobody was harmed. What do you think about that, bro?
Well, first I'm gonna say thank you to whoever y'all believe in that these people is not good at making bombs. Because clearly, like no detonation, but we gonna say that's a good thing because nobody was hurt in the process. Especially shout out to that cop that was light on his feet and got
Captain
to the
Edwards.
guy.
I'm sorry, Chief Edwards.
No, the cop
Oh, the cop who was
who
there.
actually got there, tackled the guy.
The
and
one
stuff
that jumped
like
over the
Yeah.
barricade.
No. That was the chief.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Chief Edwards too, because he was still quick thinking. The other sergeant that was there too
with the loafers on was crazy.
Yeah, for sure. They was quick thinking, but shout out to the cop who really got there, got on the guy, and they could have possibly saved some lives that day. Because yes, it didn't detonate right there, but who's to say that it wouldn't have detonated later? So it was a lot of quick thinking there.
Right, and the bomb squad did say that it was a faulty bomb. Well, not faulty, but the bomb just did not detonate. It was supposed to, but the bomb luckily just didn't detonate, and it was not like obviously it was refused to detonate. And like Jordan said, there were lives saved that day. But it does make you think of how the transition to with everything that's going on in Iran and everything like that, to how scary it is to be in New York City at this point in time, because we are the capital for another prompt attack like 9/11. So I just wanted to ask you, Brittany, how do you actually feel safe being in the city now?
No, I don't feel safe. And you know what? It's kind of on the same topic. I had to pay like $50 for gas. I never paid that much
Yeah,
for
gas
gas.
is- gas is
Yeah,
up right
gas
now.
went up. Like
Yeah,
this whole bomb thing, like it's going crazy out here. I'm about to go with Rihanna to Barbados. I'm out.
it's definitely a scary time. So like even like you going to Brooklyn, I'm assuming you guys when you guys went to the game, you drove, but
Yeah.
so you're not taking the subway or nothing like that. Because like now I feel like subway is like the worst transportation now to
I don't
take.
trust it at all. Like even before this though, like I just nothing against public transportation, but I just too many people. I want to get where I need to get and
Right.
be
And
out.
so before the problem with public transportation was, I think Anthony knows this. We all live in the city. Is that the delays, stuff like that? You factor that in. I'm gonna be late to work, whatever the case may be. Or you got the occasional YNs to get on the train. They got start acting up. They go crazy. Or you got the person who's mentally unstable on the train, talking to himself, whatever. Like he's homeless, he's pissing, whatever. He or she, whatever.
Don't
But I-
forget Showtime.
Right. You get a little free show. All that is all well and good. I think now when you factor in that there at any moment we can be subject for an attack, makes things a little bit like
Yeah.
you're on edge, And I think as a community of New Yorkers who live here, I think that's definitely the case. Did you guys see also happen in Michigan? The synagogue was just attacked. This
didn't see
this guy planning to attack the synagogue.
Yeah,
You saw that? Yeah.
it was that was really kind of scary though. I'm like right now the times that we're in, it's kind of like anything can happen, and we've lived through a lot of different things as like growing up, like us, like literally this group.
Yeah.
On today's date, this marks like the 6th-year anniversary of when the whole country shut down
Does it?
for COVID. Yeah.
Oh
Snap.
wow, I was in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah.
Not you in
Shut
Puerto
down.
Rico.
Yeah,
that
this
was
marks the
the
anniversary.
$600.
Might have been.
I
Might have been.
don't know. I don't remember.
Might have been.
No comment.
But Brittany and Jordan, so essentially what happened was yesterday or 2 days ago, the man he was from Iran. So his I want to get the story right. I know he's like a 42-year-old man from Istanbul, but his family was his mother or one of his siblings were killed in the drone strikes that happened in Iran. So his family and his neighbors said that he was completely distraught after that. He was so he went to go he had plans to blow up a synagogue. And luckily law enforcement was there and they interfered and luckily it didn't happen.
How they be making these bombs so quick?
So we talked about that at my office. We were talking about that. Like imagine you just Google like how to make a bomb and you just get flagged. Like I think that's what happened.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You can learn how to make a bomb on YouTube.
Right. I mean this
How
podcast
you
is
know?
supposed to get flagged.
Wait.
You talking about
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look, I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. I'm
The
just saying
views
the
of
fact that
this
they don't
does
even
not
have-
represent
They don't even have like restrictions on certain things like
this
On
podcast.
YouTube.
Like not even just YouTube, but like I learned how to make a bomb when I was younger from watching a show called Burn Notice. He literally like literally on Burn Notice, he teaches you how to make a bomb
This
with
does
aluminum
not
powder.
in any way
I'm
come
just
back
saying.
to us.
I'm just
We do
saying.
not
Wow.
represent
I'm just
anything.
saying.
Anyway.
There
Yo.
should be some type of
Anyway.
restrictions on this.
So-
Hypothetically speaking.
right. When you
Nah,
look at the
hypothetically,
times that
play
we're
with
in, it is like we're legit. Everyone's on alert. I feel like, and
Yeah.
I feel like we have a reason to because, like I said, it's only getting worse. And we're like with this whole war thing is just now starting. I don't see it ending. So you take all that into account, and now you factor in, how radical these attacks were from these two separate incidents. It makes people just be on alert.
No, seriously. Like it's getting crazy out there.
Like and you just traveling. How was traveling you got on the plane, the whole plane? How was traveling?
Yeah. I mean, traveling for me, it wasn't too bad when I guess because I go in the morning, and I have TSA pre-check. Shout out to TSA pre-check. So it took me like 3 minutes to get to my gate.
That's what's up. But I also want to say, I hate that like when all this started at one point. I mean, I know it was the government shutdown also, but there's also people where there was a brief moment where they said TSA pre-check was like canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, riled up." I'm like, "Yo, bro, they do this for a reason because they have this. This is the most important thing is our security. You have to make sure the plane lands. You got to make sure who's going through the airport.
Yeah, but speaking about if you didn't have TSA pre-check, if they did cut it off or whatever, the regular lines, honestly, it took about 3 hours to get to the gate. Yeah, and
I
it
don't
was
got
it was
TSA
it was
pre-check. I don't got
bad.
money. I'm broke.
General boarding was bad.
Really?
There's different tax brackets, big bro. I guess I'll be leaving the house a little bit earlier today. I'm not catching my next flight. You feel me? Because I ain't got that TSA pre-check. But speaking of traveling and what's going on in the rest of the world, we're gonna switch over to we're gonna talk about a segment. And the first thing we gotta talk about is the world that's going on is the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. So it's a lot going on here. Me and Ant faithfully watch the WBC. Your boy Jordan on the opposite end of the couch.
USA.
He's
USA.
a true hater.
I guess I'll start this segment off since people want to take shots. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love baseball, watch baseball, but when it comes to the WBC, I just don't like the fact that the teams to me is just like too spread out. As far as like, it's either you got some of the best players in the world and your team is fully stacked, or you just maybe got like a couple guys, and that's why I don't like it. I feel like it's not really a competition, to be honest with you. You probably get like maybe one or two upsets every time, but other than that, you don't like you're not really seeing good baseball. So bring back, shout out to the Phillies.
So what about hold on now? What about like the Olympics for basketball?
Yeah, but for the Olympics for basketball, there's way more star players or players that are really good.
But there's
that are on other teams.
There's only like 4 teams really that is going to the chip.
All right, so name four teams that's going to the chip in
baseball.
WBC.
Yes, I can do that. Got you right now. The DR team, Vladdy, shout out Vladdy. Then you got Puerto Rico. They had a good team too.
Puerto Rico is not a good team.
Yes, they did. Yes, they do. They didn't have Lindor. Yes, they did. They had the best pitching, bro. They had the lowest ERA out of the semifinal teams. What are you talking about?
But look at who they was playing before now, and they just faced Italy and just.
Okay, and they lost. They lost. It was a good game, but Italy is another team that's actually good.
Italy is not the bro.
Yes, they do. They have good team. They have good players on their team. They were 4-0 this in group play.
Bro, I don't care about.
Then you got Japan. Then you got Japan. Then you got USA. This team, Korea was good too. They all have stars on the team.
Do you have who's the star in Italy?
The star in Italy.
Pasquiano.
Thank you.
Who?
And if not him, Jack, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Jack, the number 1 overall pick.
Like
yes, the number 1 overall pick.
Bro, he's a star.
He is a star. He's the number 1 overall pick.
So that means he's a star. Because he's the number 1 overall pick, that means he's a star.
Is AD a star?
Anthony Davis is an NBA champion.
He's the number 1 pick.
He's an NBA champion, bro. He's been like one of the top people at his position since he's been in the league.
Bro, he's a number 1 pick.
What has this Jack
Paul
done?
Skeens was a number 1 pick.
What has he done?
Paul Skeens is a number 1 pick.
Let's switch it over. That's not supposed to be a debate show, bro.
You're right.
Let's
I'm
give you guys some time. Give them a little bit of time to get it off their chest. They're a little hot tempered.
Ridiculous.
But so when you look at the WBC, Brittany, so essentially it is like the Olympics. When you let it's different countries going against each other to play for the trophy. You represent your countries every 3 years, unlike the Olympics, every 3 instead of every 4. So what made a lot of this WBC interesting, Brittany, was essentially there's naturally this Seattle Mariners is a team that's in Seattle, obviously, but they have Kyle Raleigh, who's a catcher who plays for USA, and Randy Rosarena plays for what's that, Cuba or Mexico? He's playing for Mexico. So they're on the same team, professionally on the same team, but they're representing different countries. So when Randy Rosarena comes to bat and he comes to shake Kyle Raleigh's hand because he's his teammate, and Kyle Raleigh says no.
Oh.
It's you know what I'm saying? So it's that spark in this. So they were real competitive, and Kyle Raleigh also did this the second time. And I don't know if you saw, who did he do it to again? I forgot the second player.
He did it to
It was somebody else. It's getting my mind. I'm pretty
sure. Energy.
Yeah, no. So you know what I'm saying? And so and in the post game conference, Randy Rosarena was one to say, yo, I wanted to say so many different things because I
Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor, exactly. He wanted to say, yo, I met this guy's family. He was raised the right way. Like, he's a good guy. But I also wanted to say in Spanish, he was like, yo, fuck him. Because how are we on the same team? And this is only a temporary thing.
Yeah.
You'd be a competitive. But, so.
I like it.
I'm on the opposite side of that.
Is it professional, though?
It's very professional. Kobe did it to Pau Gasol in the 2008 Olympics when he ran through him. He ran through a pick.
I do remember that. Yeah,
pushed right through him.
That's not the same thing,
won.
though.
Yes,
that's
it
not
is.
like
We want to win
saying-
the championship. We want the gold medal.
But this is just like at tip off, they still shook hands. This is like if you come in the.
But he wasn't.
Thing was a little worse. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. That's worse. Yeah, that's 100% worse. Yeah, that's 100%.
We're not on the same team right now. I'm sorry.
That's kind of great. Yeah, he's wild.
So would you agree that Kyle has like a Mamba mentality then?
I don't know if it's a Mamba mentality, but it's just like You're representing your country. You're representing your country for real. Like,
But y'all on the same team at the moment.
no, we're not.
I mean, not at the moment, but it's just what you're saying is that when the season starts,
Yeah, then
in
we,
2 weeks
then
they
we,
will
then,
be
yeah,
there.
then we'll be then we then we
Real
good.
baseball, by the way.
Then we
But-
good.
Real baseball, by the way.
Then we good. At that point, we still gonna be good. But at that time, it's competition. Like anytime you play with your brothers, you play games against them. It's the same thing.
I mean, I'm all for being competitive, and I'm one that thinks like AAU killed the NBA, so I'm all for being competitive. But at what point, like I'm just shaking hands to say, yo, like how you doing? Like that's just regular what they've been doing in
I
baseball.
mean, he's
for
not the only
years.
one that did it though, because it's a kind of like a little tradition. This I guess this WBC. A lot of people were just not shaking the teammates' hand that they were on
I mean,
before.
I'm for it because when things get spicy and a lot, see, Brittany, I'm one that thinks baseball needs to be like they need more fights.
Really?
I 100% think they need more fights. I think people would tune in more when
If
they
they
charge
fight.
them out 100. Like, give them
Yeah.
that quick.
So long.
I disagree.
Yes, that's the yeah. You know, that's what I'm saying. People always feel that
I
way.
disagree.
Why do you
And
disagree,
I'm gonna
Jordan?
tell you why I disagree. Because as soon as fights happen or arguments happen in other sports, that's when the fans start to say that things are ghetto and things are getting out of hand. The only
I don't
sport
think
that
nobody
they
calls hockey
the
ghetto.
only sport exactly,
about
and
to
that's
say
what
that.
I was about to say. The only sport they allow it and don't say it's ghetto in is hockey. We all know why.
So you think it's a white thing?
Of course.
I don't agree
Because
with that,
it's
bro.
it's acceptable in hockey, but then as soon as an NBA player decides he wants to go swing on this person, then now stuff becomes ghetto.
I don't
That's
agree
all I'm
with that,
saying,
bro.
and it happens in every sport.
He's not
Football,
wrong.
They say they ghetto. NBA, they say
They
they
definitely
ghetto.
don't say that in football, bro.
They definitely do when those fights happen. I'm just saying. I've
so
seen it
when
before.
perfect example is when Miles Garrett got called the N word by what the hell was this guy's the quarterback name for this deal? Mason Rudolph. He threw his swung his helmet at him. Nobody called him ghetto.
They definitely did.
Nah, I
There
didn't
was
see
a
that.
couple people that called him an animal because he just blindly went into a rage and attacked the player.
I didn't see that. Did you see that? Ant? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I didn't see it. But Brittany, do you think that? I think that in some sports, I think there's that moment of excitement. I'm not saying let them fight in like hockey, but if you allow the ball to happen, then de-escalate it. I think I'm personally okay with that. I think the sport would need. I think the sport needs it.
I mean, I feel what you say.
So if they would have let P players fight in baseball, you wouldn't tune in more.
I mean, I'm not saying that I would tune in more, but I feel
That's
like
the question, Jordan. Would you tune in more?
no. I mean, I would tune in exactly the same.
Oh, man.
I watch baseball now, so like
I feel like I would probably tune in. Like
That's
Yeah,
people want to
like
see the
I would
train
tune-
wreck. That's just the country that we're
that's
in.
the reason why I went to a
lot of
hockey
people go to
game.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You go to a hockey game, right? You're not a frequent person that goes to hockey games,
Not at
right?
all.
But you would go to a hockey game and you want to see a fight when you go because you're like, yo, I'm only here for an occasion, so let me see the fighting. But people that go
But
to
it's
hockey,
also I think the reason why they don't call hockey players thugs or whatever is because the nature of the sport. The nature of the sport in hockey is
Very
to
aggressive.
be physical.
Yeah.
It's
so
that's
is
the
football.
that's
So
what I'm
is-
saying.
So is
in football, I've
basketball.
never
I'm
heard
dating people with
and-
no pads on.
right,
with
but
no
we all could
equipment
agree that
on.
hockey's way more physical than basketball. They're on skates.
How?
They're on skates for one, and they're doing everything they're doing on skates.
I understand
That
that.
alone is
But
just a different
you hitting
animal.
somebody that has on pads, helmets, and stuff is not the same as me hitting somebody, especially if they're mid-air with no pads and stuff.
But they're still on skates, bro. Like
So what the skates got to do with
The
physicality?
talent of it.
because
like,
their impact. Bro,
Yeah.
okay. Let me just break this. Okay, let me break this down. If I'm on skates flying towards you at like 15 miles per hour, as opposed to running to you at 7, it's a different sort of impact.
Yeah, it's a different sort
That's
of impact, but that doesn't-
like,
They need to bring back sports science from E ESPN.
am I tripping?
What I'm saying is that's a different type of impact, yes, but it doesn't change the fact that a physical action happens.
Right, but it's still more physical. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all
It's still
spicy
more
today.
physical.
You talking about the level of physicality?
Hey, what is more physical, hockey or basketball?
You saying the level of physicality?
The level of physicality is
Not
probably
the
a hockey.
6'7".
Yeah, the level
Yeah.
of physicality.
Yeah,
that
hockey.
doesn't change the fact that we still getting physical.
I'm not saying you're not getting physical in basketball. I'm just simply saying like there's definitely more physical in hockey.
So just because that one you said the level of physicality is higher, that means you're gonna be more accepting of them fighting compared to
No,
NBA?
I'm just saying the nature of the sport allows it to be more physical because it's naturally a more physical sport. There's no denying that. Like it's a more physical sport than basketball.
So
Even
why
when you
they
look
don't
at
fight
the
in
injury
rugby?
report in hockey, they don't even disclose the type of injury you have because they know the players will take advantage of it. They'll just say lower body injury. NBA, they say whatever the injury is. It's a totally different beast, bro.
Well, so why they don't allow rugby players and NFL players to fight?
I don't know. I don't watch rugby, so I don't know what the hell they allow in rugby. But in football, because football, there's a whistled plays. There's no whistle in hockey aside from when you ice the puck. There's no stoppage of play. It's
There is
non-stop
stoppage of
action.
play.
Yeah, when there's the icing, that's it. Football, when the play is over, it's over. That's it. So that there's an intermission between plays that are occurring. Hockey is non-stop action. As long as the puck is moving, the players are skating back and forth. NFL is not like that. NFL, you catch the ball, you tackle them, one play is over. There's no time to fight because the whistle plays dead. That's what they say in football. Play until the whistle. But after the whistle's blown, that's it. Hockey, you don't have that. Hockey,
You
the
do
puck,
have that because there's different things. You might have hit the puck too far, and the player was ahead right there, and that's offside. You have different like what you call it, tripping. You have
But
different
that's when
goals
that's when the
stop it.
penalty
That's
happens.
stopping.
That's
No, but the penalty is them stopping the play.
right. But that's in any sport when there's a penalty.
I don't even know how we got here.
Jordan just likes to argue people, bro. That's
Sipping
exactly
tea.
how we got here.
I'm just saying they allow that stuff for hockey, but they don't allow that for other sports because they seem to
okay.
deem it
The beef between the fight. Okay, gotcha. Right.
I'm just saying, they seem to deem it thuggish. That's it.
All right, we can leave it there.
You get 100% leave it there. So speaking of thuggish, y'all remember when Allen Iverson stepped over Tyrone Lue? He was seen as a thug on the bench. His mom doing his cornrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was seen as a thug too.
I mean, Mama tried to get him right before the game.
But I ain't gonna hold you. If you braiding someone's hair on the bench, it's kind of crazy.
That's tough.
No, it's not.
It's for the culture.
What's this guy's name? David Stern. I know couldn't. This is David Stern, right? That was the part. I know David Stern couldn't stand Allen Iverson. I know he couldn't stand that dude.
Bring some culture to the game,
I know
man.
he couldn't stand that
saying
dude.
for the
Some culture to
culture.
the
Speaking
game.
of culture, Heat coach is going crazy right now. Because your boy, hold on, let me take my jacket off.
Take your jacket off. Because we're going to talk about it.
Shout out to Nipsey Hussle on there too. I see.
RP Nick, bro.
Yeah, for real.
So a lot of things is it written. The group chat was going crazy.
Shout out to Asia Wilson.
Shout out to Asia.
Asia.
Big
Dropped
A.
that
Wait,
fire for him to
why-
drop
I was about to say, why we
that.
shouting out Asia?
What you mean?
No, I'm just shouting out
I'm just
Asia, man.
asking why we shouting
Why
out
we not
Asia?
shouting out Asia? I'm the girl that how I know men celebrities is through who they dating. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Oh, that's Tiara husband.
Right.
Like,
That's
you
fact. I mean, at this point, I know Ciara more than I know
Yeah,
what.
we agree with you on that.
It's a bunch of hate about Russ in the chat.
So
So
speaking of hate, bro, we're gonna start with Ant because we know Ant's been the most spicy on this topic. So
wait, why you spicy? What happened? Because
You
he
know,
was
he's
gold?
a-
no,
Kobe
I'm
stance.
getting,
That's what it
I'm
is.
bringing common sense to the chat.
It's Kobe
It's
stance.
it's common sense.
All right, tell me. Let me hear.
I mean, if we go with the question, what's the question we asking? We just want to talk about
What's your thoughts
the
on the
83
Your
game.
thoughts on it? Yeah, like
The thoughts on the 83 points. That was great accomplishment. Great 3 quarters, first 3 quarters for Bam and the Heat. They were up 30 going into the fourth. That's all I gotta say. That fourth quarter was very terrible.
That's all you got to say.
That's exactly that was
That's
that's
not
that's
what
the
he was
topic.
saying.
That's not
No,
what he was
that
saying,
was
Jack.
that was exactly what we were talking about, and y'all added tangents to other stuff,
we didn't- we
like y'all
just said
always do.
facts, bro. We-
And that's what I'm
Facts over
standing
feelings,
on.
Big Britt.
I mean, shout outs to him. I ain't gonna front. I ain't know. So I was at the Nets game when that game was when they was playing.
Mhm.
So everybody was talking about. I'm like, cool. They were saying his last name. I'm like, who y'all talking about?
Mhm.
And then we went out to eat after, and I see him. I'm like, oh, Adrian Wilson short. Like that's what I know it was. But shout outs to him. Like I didn't know he was he nice like that. Like
No.
You see.
No. They're gonna try to make it into a thing. I'm gonna let them make it into a thing.
I
I'm gonna let
honestly
them.
didn't know he was
I'm
nice
gonna let
like that.
I'm gonna let
Like,
Your tone could just show disdain.
No,
for,
I said
like,
no.
the situation
nah, he
or
not.
person.
Shout outs
So
to him,
no.
but I didn't know if he was nice.
He's
like
a great.
that.
No,
Like,
he's a great player.
You wanna hear
I'm not
something?
saying he's not a great player, but is he a player? He hasn't averaged more than 21, 22 in his whole career.
You want to hear something funny?
If we
Brittany?
being
I was
honest.
at the day after this happened, I saw on Twitter that somebody was basically like, "Yo, I want to talk to this girl, but I think she's out of my league." And someone quoted the tweet saying, "Will Bam and Kobe," because Will Chamberlain is like everybody knows that he scored
Mhm.
100,
yeah.
and Bam. Then you got Kobe, and then the person who doesn't belong there is Bam. So they're basically saying nobody's ever out of your league.
That's
Yeah, go shoot your shot.
Go shoot your shot. But
Yeah.
so here's my take on it because anything digressed.
Well, this was the debate. They was like 83 is 83, and it's not 83.
It
It's
is.
not.
That's how
83
much he scored.
83
It's
is
not.
exactly
83.
83.
In
It's not.
any
I don't
level,
understand.
It's
in
not.
any level of basketball, if you
It's not.
score 83 points, that is impressive because that
Thank
is
you.
not a number that
It-
anybody could just hit.
Exactly.
83 is not something you
Anybody
can
could
just
do
walk
it
into.
making 43 free throws.
He didn't make 43 free throws.
Bro.
I mean, well, he attempted 43 free throws. He made about like 30 something.
Okay, there's people who
I did see it was a lot of free throws.
That's
There's
all
a lot
good.
of people who have attempted a lot of free throws. Dwight Howard has
He broke the
attempted 39
record. He
free
broke
throws
the
twice.
He broke
Two
the
separate,
record.
two. But I'm saying Dwight Howard has attempted 39 free throws, two separate
Okay, that's
occasions,
good.
which is 4 less,
Okay.
right? And he didn't get anywhere near
He's not a free throw
83.
shooter.
People are making it this big deal because Bam passed Kobe, and they're trying to make it.
No, why do y'all
they're
keep
trying to
bringing
make
up
it-
Kobe?
They're trying to make it.
That's what
they're
it's
trying to make
about.
it a
Maybe
thing.
No,
for
it's
you
not.
it's not what it's
Yeah.
about, but overall, the people
Overall,
are
a lot
upset
of people
that he passed Kobe.
that's what was
There's
mentioned.
no, you can't deny that. People are truly upset that he passed Kobe.
So
And
if
people are
LeBron
upset
did it,
that
would y'all be upset? Would
I
people-
wouldn't. I mean, so what I said in the chat was, one, I'm a big fan of seeing history. Anytime I can see history, I'm
Mhm.
like, oh man, that's dope. And I get
Mhm.
people are saying, like, people are sitting here saying, oh, well, they should have took him out for what? At the end of the day, it's sports, bro, and a record is meant. If he's on the precipice to break the record,
Mhm.
why would I? They're up 30. So what?
Why did they do it to Luca when he had 73 and they
That's
were
his
up
coach.
20
That's-
points?
that's not his
dumb.
coach.
Why?
That
No,
is not-
dumb.
it's
that is
it's
not
multiple
his
multiple
coach.
instances
Yeah,
when
but
this has happened though.
That is not the same coach that Bam had.
That's a
Okay,
fact.
that's right.
Bam's
And then
coach
okay, but
name is
what about Dame
Eric
against the
Spoelstra.
Rockets? He had 71. What about Luca again? He had 60,
Eric
21, 10
Spoelstra
against the
was
Knicks.
not
When did
their
you
He had
Cold
Embiid
stats.
70 against the
He came
Spurs.
prepared.
He had
Yeah,
Harden
he was ready,
61
he was
against the Spurs. Come on, bro. I have multiple instances where we have
Kobe was
superstars
not
stopping.
Kobe was not taking out the game when he hit 81.
Okay,
And he was
but
up
that's not
20
okay. But
points.
look, you see how he just
He
brought up
was
a different
up
tangent.
20
Look at the
points.
tangent he just brought up. Okay, they weren't up 20, 30 points.
They were up 20.
No, they
points.
weren't.
Yeah,
No, they
wasn't.
weren't.
They was losing.
When
They was
he
losing.
when he hit 81, they were up 20 points.
I'm about to get out.
When
Oh my
he
God.
hit 81, they were up 20 points. When he was at the free throw line to hit 81, they were up 20 points.
Bro,
I'm pretty
It's
sure
Bro.
that's not true.
Go look it up. You
Bro.
got the computer.
he
right
had
there. Go
okay,
look- you
but
can
Kobe.
look it up.
Listen,
Yeah,
but listen.
that's
Okay,
why
but no,
he's
no, no,
saying
no, no,
okay.
no, no, no,
That's
no,
why
no.
he's
I'm not
saying
saying okay because I don't care what you're saying right now. You're wrong.
What-
Kobe, they needed Kobe to score every 81
spicy
points
chat.
to beat that team.
How much did they win
to
by?
beat that team.
How
It
much
don't
did
matter
they
how
win
much
by?
they won by because they got up. They kept
So
scoring
if-
because
so if
Kobe
they-
had to keep scoring.
Britt,
Kobe was they were
Britt,
down. They
Britt,
were
Britt,
yo.
Britt, I'm gonna
They
ask you
were
a
up
question,
8
right?
points with
I'm
5
gonna
minutes
ask-
to go.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Britt.
If we're
right?
gonna be honest,
No. I'm gonna ask you a question, Britt. Right?
how much was Bam in the Heat
I'm
up
gonna ask
by
you a
5 minutes
question,
ago?
Britt, and then you just tell me
It was
if
30.
this is needed. Right?
Okay.
You have. Let's just say if we just keep it at the 79, you have 79 points.
Mm-hmm.
It is under a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and your team is up almost 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
Is you staying in that game to get fouled and add 2 points to make it to 81 necessary for your team to win that game? Under a minute.
Now wait.
Under a minute, Britt.
I'm down.
Now
Am I
wait.
Under a minute.
Wait, am I answering before you say yo?
You said
Yeah.
you said 30 points. How much y'all up by?
I said they were up almost 20 points, and it's under a minute. Was he needed to be in the game to get those extra 2 points to hit 81?
I don't
Was
have
it
a problem.
needed?
I don't have a problem with him being in the game.
Why?
His teammates fouled intentionally.
All right. And what
That's
did he,
the
and what did you
problem.
see on video?
That's the
Bam
problem.
telling his
Exactly.
teammates,
To tell
do
us
not
exactly.
foul.
So that means
Do
he
not foul.
himself felt something was wrong with what was happening, right or
No,
wrong.
It doesn't mean that he
Oh
felt
my
that something
God,
was
bro.
wrong. He's just telling them, don't foul. I got this. I'm going to still
Right.
get it.
No, that's not what it's
Right.
that's not what the video is. The video is him saying no, don't foul. That's all he's
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
You're
So you don't know what
you're
his mindset is.
insinuating that he's saying,
And so
"Oh,
are
I'm
you.
going to score 81
And so
myself."
are you because you don't know what his mindset is.
Fellas,
No.
You don't know what his mindset is.
No, he's saying it's let me do it myself, right? That's what he's saying. Let me do it myself.
That's what we're
He
assuming.
wasn't
Yes.
going to get 81 or 83, 84 if they didn't keep fouling. It was
Exactly,
145
which is why
to go,
his teammates
and
did-
he was
which
intentionally
is why his
fouling.
teammates
So that's
did
not
what they wanted to do as a teammate to help their teammate. If Jaylin is about to score 80 points, and I can help him
But if
get there,
Jaylin tells
I'ma
me
do
don't
everything
do
I
it,
can to help
if
him get
Jaylin
there.
tells me
I
not to
don't
cheat
care.
for him, I'm not going to cheat for
How
him
is that cheating?
because I'm intentionally fouling you. I'm intentionally fouling a player,
Is
bro.
intentionally fouling a part of the game.
You guys know that this will make for a
Not
good
up by
podcast.
30.
This is
No,
argument.
you don't intentionally foul up
No,
by
no,
30.
it's
No, you don't.
intentionally
No,
fouling
no,
a part
no,
of the
no,
game.
no. Not up by 30.
Can you
No,
intentionally
no,
foul?
no.
Can you
You shouldn't.
intentionally
No,
foul?
because you can't do it in
You
2K.
shouldn't.
You can't do it on 2K.
Yes, you
No, you
can.
can't. If you're up by 30 in 2K, you cannot intentionally foul.
He's talking
You
about-
cannot
he's
do
talking to
that.
somebody who plays 2K every day.
I mean, can we just get back on track here,
Shout out to
fellas?
Asia Wilson again. That's
Shout
all I
out to
gotta
Asia.
say.
Can we get back on track, fellas?
He has no true facts, by the way. I had just spit a
What
bunch
do
of
you mean, no
facts.
true
Hold on,
facts?
I had a
hold on,
bunch of
hold on,
facts I
hold
just
on, hold
spit,
on,
and
hold
then
on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
none.
You got the hold on. Let's just talk about a couple things, but you got to let it calm down here. It's a little spicy.
I was trying to get
So,
a ref in here.
I know. I was trying to get a second, and he wasn't giving me one. People might fast forward that last 2 minutes part of the segment because it got a little spicy. So, Brittany, there's the problem that they have clearly is that they feel it was an unethical 83, which at this point, to each his own. You feel how you feel, but
Right.
in the record books, it's always going to say Bam Adebayo 83 points. There's gonna
43,
be
43 free
that-
throw attempts.
That's fine, but there's not going to be an asterisk next to his name,
It
regardless
is.
of how you feel. Maybe to you and to fans who feel like it was done wrong, but I will oppose this question because it was done by players such as we talked about this before, and Russell Westbrook was notorious for letting his team get him rebounds so he could break their triple double record.
And if you ask me, I say he should never won the MVP.
That's fine.
So
You can
I'm
feel
still
that.
staying on the same side.
That's fine, but then we're also talking about the coach. So the Heat are one of the people say Heat culture. I don't know to Brittany. I'm gonna tell because I can't talk to these two because
Yeah.
they get spicy. So the Heat are a team like Eric Spoelstra is their head coach. So Eric Spoelstra was on the verge of getting a divorce. You know, not mentioned he was dead, broken, naked. Now you want half, right? So what the Heat did, Chad, was the Heat said, "All right, Eric, you're getting a divorce. We won't renew your contract until your divorce is final." So she can't get the money. So we're talking about a culture, an organization who looks out for their players. They do the right thing. And in this moment, Eric Spoelstra was asking Bam, "Do you want to go for it?" He wanted to. The team wanted him to go for it. So if you're on the verge to break this record, and he had 60 points through the third quarter,
That's not what happened though,
68.
because he told his teammates not to foul.
you're stuck on the.
He told his
okay, we
teammates
get that
not to
part.
foul.
We get that. He told them not to foul. We get that part. But he still had to make the free throws. And once you get, the
Yes,
closer
he
you
does.
get, the closer you get
So it's
to
not on him.
81, you're gonna want it. And at the end of the day, I think this is more of a thing for Bam because Anthony said in the chat before he was like, "This is the Heat's championship." I don't think that's true. I do
That's
think
off a different tangent again.
I do think this is Bam's moment where he be always remembered in history. For the next 2 or
Yeah.
3 generations, he will always be. Now, is he a Hall of Fame player? That's yet to be seen. I mean, he does have a gold medal. I think he's won Defensive Player of the Year before, if I'm not mistaken. So, is it possible he could be a Hall of Famer in the future? Maybe if he wins a championship, who knows? But I do think Bam will always be remembered in history as being the one player who scored 83 points, which I think
It's rightly deserved.
that's my point.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? A lot of people are unfairly like trying to like execute Bam for this situation, just because you comparing him to Kobe, making Kobe look bad in my eyes because he's the more skilled player. So of course he might be able to score more field goals from the field because he's getting it in different ways. He's more skilled than Bam. So
That's a fact.
you can't equate them scoring the same points from the field together because Kobe is the more skilled player. He's known as, if not the best scorer of all time, one of the best scorers of all time. So you're not going to assume that if Bam scores that many points, he's going to get it the same way Kobe does. So it's unfairly just. Like, what is he supposed to get fouled by players and just not make the free throw? He's not supposed to score the points? Because
by the
His
way,
teammates
even
aren't
though-
supposed to
even
intentionally
though
foul.
the- even
But
though
that's-
every-
Get it
every-
yourself. Get it
Okay,
yourself.
I'm just saying,
Okay,
even
hold
though
on,
every
hold on,
point-
one second.
just let me finish this point.
One
yourself.
second, because y'all had a heated back and forth. So if he doesn't make the free throws and he finishes with 67, will you feel differently? Will you say his 60 points?
It's the impact of the game. Because like I just said, Luka just had what at 51 with almost near triple double, but he came out the game. Why?
Because
were
he
up.
wanted to come out the game.
No, they were up. They were up. The game was over. Why am I still in the
What record was he
game?
going for, though?
Bro, he didn't have to. It was a 50-point triple double.
But what record
You know,
was
That's
he-
a record in
he's-
itself.
he's
That's
had
a great game.
He's had a 40-point triple.
I
believe
understand
has a
that.
50-point
He
triple-double
has a
already.
he has a 70.
I think
probably.
when you
so
look
it's
at-
not the same impact as in you're scoring the most points that any active player, that any player in recent history can go for. That's what he's aiming for.
I
Most
get
players
that.
in the NBA today, they're
get
aiming
that.
for that Kobe 81.
I don't even think
Because
that's true
that,
until now.
No, I'm just saying.
I feel like they're gonna hustle
They're gonna
now
hustle
for
now
yeah.
for
I'm just saying that that's more attainable than getting to Wilt's 100. So you passing the 83, especially when a lot of people don't even believe that Wilt actually scored 100. So a lot of people think that once you pass that 81, that you technically is the person with the highest points of all time in the game. So why not go
It's
for it?
not the
if you
same
have
effect for me.
opportunity?
It's not gonna be the same effect.
I mean,
for me.
at this point, it's going to be beating a dead horse because people who stand on, people who believe it's worthy, they are, and people who don't. But I'll leave you with this on the topic is that when you look at where the NBA is now, because the bigger problem I think is the product that the Wizards put on the floor, that it was even obtainable because Tyler Hero didn't play, Norman Powell didn't play for the Heat, so Bam was asked to basically carry, and he put up 30 points in the first quarter and 43, I think, by halftime, and 60 to the third. So he was at this point as well. It's clear that he was chucking. Like if you score 30 in the first quarter, I'm chucking the rest of the game because I'm feeling it. What's that saying? The rim looks like the ocean. You know what I'm saying? So he was in that position to where he could solely dominate the game. And I think that we always ask players, professional athletes to know sports, to be honest. Do you want to break this record? Do you want to do that? And Bam, yeah, like I'm willing to break it. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And people are saying, oh, the way he got to it is this. I don't. Bro, it's at the end of the day, the game was on, and you may feel like the way he obtained breaking the record of 83 was unethical. That's all well and good, but at some point, when you look at it, I think it comes down to just hating.
For sure.
It's not hate. You got confused hate with. Oh man,
Because
this is why these little
if he
kids
does
think
not get
everybody
to-
has a hater, bro.
If he
not
doesn't
true,
get
bro.
to that benchmark of the 83, and let's say he falls short at like 65, this is not a topic
Well, if he
of
finishes with 70,
conversation.
they're not going to mention
It's
the free throws.
not a topic.
Yes,
It's
you
not.
are. Yes, you are.
Wait, I just
Because
have a
I just
question.
named 71 from
He's
Luca.
mad at- You're mad at the way he got the.
I'm not
83
mad at
points.
all. I'm not mad at all.
Okay, so what is
I
your?
mean, he in here sweating, but his white walk off set. I
No,
definitely
because
think he's
Jordan,
shooting
because you know how Jordan get. You know how Jordan gets. It's not even about any of
I told
that.
the truth,
Uh-huh.
and you got
Because
mad at the truth.
no, I'm not getting mad at you because it's anyway.
You
The first three quarters, I said this in the group chat. I said the first 3 quarters from Bam was excellent. That was great. I loved it. And I said, can we agree to that? Nobody could agree to that. They all said, oh, but the fourth quarter. If you look at that fourth quarter, that is not basketball, bro. And I don't
What
care what
happened in the
nobody
fourth quarter?
says.
Give
So
me
at
a
that
brief.
point,
He made one field goal in the fourth
they
quarter.
were fouling him.
He had one full. No. But it's not. That's not what happened. They're not telling the full story.
Okay,
His
got it.
teammates were intentionally fouling and missing free throws on purpose, so that he could get the ball back and score
We
again.
don't know if they were missing.
Yes, they
free throws on
were. They were
purpose.
hitting the rim. They were shooting the ball at the
Missing-
rim. You're a professional NBA player. Stop. Yo, stop playing with me, bro.
Look.
Stop playing with me, bro. You're a professional NBA player. You can
just said he
shoot. You
wasn't
can
upset.
shoot. You can shoot accurate.
Look,
You're accurate.
Look.
I'm not. But I'm getting mad at Jordan because
Look.
this is bullshit. Like, come on, bro.
Look,
Come on, bro. Be honest.
All
Be
I'm saying
honest.
is this, Britt. His teammates
Mhm.
wanted him to achieve
Talking
a
to the
goal,
mic, Jordan.
and his teammates wanted him to achieve a goal, and they went out there doing what was best for their teammate to achieve that. This is not the first time we've seen that, and it won't be the
And I'm
last.
gonna call it out every
We've
time. I've always been on the
we've
same
even
side of
seen-
it.
Because everybody want to keep bringing up Kobe. We've even seen in Kobe's last game players intentionally leaving him wide open to make shots, players fouling him at the end of the game
Nobody-
to purposely
Okay, but
to
that wasn't a
purposely
great
boost the
game
points
at
he was
all.
going to score.
It wasn't a great game. It's two different things. It's two different things. That's his last game of his career
So
ever.
was
They're
that
gonna keep-
unethical?
That's the
though?
same thing.
Is
No,
that
because they did it to
unethical?
Jeter. Jeter left
Is-
him in the game,
but is
and he
it
hit
unethical?
the game winning hit.
Is it unethical?
Jeter wasn't supposed to be in the game.
Is it unethical?
Like, come on, bro.
I'm
No,
asking
it's the
you,
last
is it-
game.
Is it unethical?
It's the
though?
last game. It's two different concepts. It's two
But
different
why-
things happening.
But why is one
It's
not
two different
basketball?
things
Why
happening.
was one not basketball and the
Bro,
other
it's
one
two different things
is
happening,
ethical in
bro.
your eyes?
It's two different things happening.
All right, we're gonna shift topics, Brittany,
Yeah.
because they was.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
would go on and on.
There was.
and-
There's gonna be no.
I see both sides though. I'm not going.
That's
I see
fair.
both sides.
So-
I see what he's saying. Like if okay, so let me just ask this before we
Go
shift
ahead,
topics
go
real quick. The third quarter, how many points did he have?
He had about like
62.
something.
68?
Okay.
60.
Yeah.
68 to start.
Okay.
So he was on the cusp. He was right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have no problem if he goes for it. I have no problem with it. It's just
You
the
just saying the way that
that it happened. It's
Mhm.
like, bro, it's like if I give you, it's like, oh, Jay wants to be, whatever you want to be. You want to be a doctor, right?
Mhm.
And I'm a doctor, and I can help you on the way. Yeah, I'm gonna help you, but I'm not gonna give you the answers to the test. And I want you to study to be the doctor.
Not the answer to his test because you have to make the free throw. Well,
I'm
he's a 70%
helping you by
career free
reaching,
throw.
by following the other team.
Right, but
on
he's a
purpose.
70% free
and they're
throw
up
shooter.
30.
So the odds are he's gonna miss
It
these
don't
free throws.
matter.
He's a
That's 3 for
70%.
4, exactly.
Exactly.
And he shot a lot of free throws in the fourth quarter. He shot 14 field goals.
All right, we're gonna shift over.
Okay.
to
Talk
the-
about-
What
Yo,
we
that's
could
crazy
No, I'm
segment.
just saying, what we could do is after we finish the pod, we could go back and look at the Kobe ending points, and we will see that he was not meant to score all those points for it to be.
They needed
my
Kobe
team
in
is
to
never
win that
going to
game.
win.
The Lakers were losing that game. What are you talking about? The Heat never trailed in the game. The Lakers trailed in that Raptors game, bro. Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? No. Yes or no?
Under
Yes or
5
no?
minutes,
Yes or
they
no?
were up.
Was
I'm
the
gonna let you
Lakers
go.
losing in that game? Yes or
Under
no?
5 minutes, they
Yes
were up.
or no?
It doesn't
Yes
matter.
or
Your
no?
point doesn't
Were the
matter.
Raptors winning in
Your
that game?
point
Yes
doesn't-
or
Your
no?
point doesn't matter though.
It does matter because the
you said
Miami
they needed
Heat were never
every-
losing.
you said they
The
needed
Miami
every
Heat were
point.
never
When they
losing.
were up almost 20.
They
under a
Miami
minute,
Heat
they
were
didn't
never
need
losing.
those
The
points.
Lakers were losing, so they needed
yo.
Kobe to keep scoring.
so they needed
If you
every-
need somebody to keep
They
scoring,
needed-
that means you need him
they
to
need-
score.
they needed
That means
all
he's gonna
81?
keep scoring.
Did they-
Duh.
Did they need all 81?
Duh.
They needed all 81.
Yes, they needed all everyone for to win that
So
game.
if it's under a
Look at the
minute,
game.
if
Go
it's
watch the game.
under- if
They
it's under a
every
minute,
year they put it up on
if
TV
it's
on the
under a
same
minute,
date in January. I
if
think it was
it's
like a
under a
January
minute,
game. Go look it up.
If it's
Go
under a
YouTube
minute,
it, y'all.
they're up at least 15.
I'm done.
You
Go
need those
YouTube
2
it, y'all. I'm
points.
done.
Can we move
Drops
on?
mic.
Can we move on?
You didn't answer the question.
Look,
He's
the
doing
whole,
right.
the whole
Let's
big
move on,
thing
fellas.
is,
Let's
the
move
whole
on.
big thing is,
Let's move
Ant
on.
is very unethical
All right.
when he wants to be for certain people. That's it.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, we're gonna shift topics to the That's Crazy
Yep.
segment, Brittany, because
This was the
this
crazy.
was crazy. So, first thing up we got is Jordan's GOAT. We got Kanye West apparently doing a pop-up concert in SoFi, and the word is, Britt, that this dude sold 1 million tickets.
Northwest was there?
Hold on. It wasn't 1 million tickets
How
sold,
was-
okay?
How much was it?
It was 1 million people attempting
Oh,
to
1 million
buy
people, my
tickets.
fault. I was thinking correct.
Right?
My
1 million
apologies.
people attempting to buy tickets. And you estimate that into a dollar amount, that was about like 430 million they could have made if they would have sold all those tickets.
That's insane.
So the fact that that number was so high, they was like, nah, we got to add another show.
what
at least
song
one more.
Kanye got out? Like,
So
what's his
oh,
latest
no, I'll put it in
song?
the other chat. The other
Oh.
chat I mean, with just Jordan and Ant.
Mhm.
He was on like a sample beat with what's the guy from Big Boy from out in
Mhm.
LA,
Oh, mhm.
and his sample was bananas. Like it, sounded like vintage
aight.
vintage Kanye. And yo, bro, and I put him in the chat. I think I texted that to Jordan. I was like, yo, bro, you can't say he's not like top 5 when it comes to just
Aight.
being a musical genius.
Lately
It's
he's been-
oh no, he's gonna Kanye.
Yeah.
He turned it into
Sure.
an
The
adjective.
views of this
he gonna
podcast
lead.
don't warrant what Kanye thinks.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, when it comes to the off the let's say like
Off
he's
the
the
field,
athlete. When
right.
it comes to the off the field stuff,
So that's the hold
we
on,
don't
before
agree.
before you get there. Well, I think I don't think he's at that stage yet where you have to separate the music from the person because he's not a criminal. Like people like R. Kelly, you do it to because they've done such heinous acts. I think when it comes to Kanye, I think at this point, especially within the black community, we write it off as yo, the Negro, he's just not right in the head. So I think it equates differently. And if you think differently, Ant, let me know. But I think it equates differently because when he does some of these things, like when he played that sample from the Big Boy, I'm like, yo, bro, why can't we just have this? Like, why can't we always get this image of Kanye? Because if we did, he'll be the #1 artist for the last decade if he remained within this space of this headspace when he's in this space of create because he creates
he's in
music
his bubble.
also. What man?
when he's in his bully.
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what the
it-
project
yeah.
is called, by the way.
When he creates music like this, one the production and then I think at this point we all kind of see it when Kanye creates music, he makes music for like the big events.
Yeah.
Like when you go to concerts, it's beyond an experience. And I would go as,
Artistic genius. for
yeah,
sure.
I would go as far to say Bad Bunny, all of those people, all those artists who I'm like huge, well not a huge Taylor Swift fan, but everybody knows I'm a huge Benito fan. So when I put him above them because when he's in his bag making beats like
Mhm,
this,
mhm.
it's different.
Y'all gotta
man.
put that
not
in the
to
chat
mention
so I can
he-
listen.
Not to mention, he definitely was the first person to at least like out of like the hip hop realm and the like main pop music realm to really transform stages and to make it like a real event. It's not just you're coming to hear the music. You're coming in and you're getting an
think-
experience.
I think when it comes to that, I think
getting
him
an
and Travis
experience.
Scott were like the first ones to actually like have that type of like.
I don't know, bro. Before Travis Scott
It
was
might have
even
been,
like,
but, like-
really a big thing,
So
Kanye made it
right,
snow in the building for
right,
me
right.
before.
So I'm put it to you. I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think it's more of his music or more of a cult following for Kanye at this point?
I mean, definitely he has a cult following, but I feel like when you become that big, like it's gonna come with a cult because there's gonna be diehard fans that see that you do no wrong when it comes to your music, when it comes to even your life outside of just like being the person that you are on stage. So definitely is that, but the music is transcendent. Like I said, artistic genius.
What do you think, Ant?
I think both could be true. I think also think a lot of people have, like you said, like Jordan was saying, that everybody has a cult fan base.
That's true.
Drake, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and
Yeah.
it's
Shout out
so
Beehive.
many. But
Shout out to Beehive.
I just
crazy.
I for me I have to separate the artist from the music because I mean the music from the artist because he said a lot of anti-Semitic things and people that I work with they really felt it. So I mean even if it was true or not or whatever Kanye doesn't like he was whatever was happening or whatever like Kanye was saying or going through at that time I don't know but like I gotta take a pause on it. That's just me personally.
I'm sorry. Shout out to the Barbs too. Big Barbs out in the building.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like her right now either.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I'm not messing with her either. And I'm Young Money to the death of me.
But so I think it's interesting, man. And when like I said, when I just it Kanye has been in the game almost 2 decades, I think now you could
Mhm.
say, and it's like he's only getting bigger, which is crazy. You don't
Yeah.
really see that for people who's been in the game this long. Like, and I'm not even trying to shit on Drake, but like Drake, he's not one that's getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? I think I think that the expectations for him are getting bigger, but the fan base is not enlarging. And I'm not trying to like shit on Drake. He's the only person I could compare it to because he's the only one that's been at the top for so long to where you could try and make the conversation. But Kanye, I think he's mastered something that like Jim Jones does with being like he always tries to stay relevant. That's like what Jim Jones is like known for doing.
Mm.
And I think Kanye also plays that comes to being in the Kardashian household, I think, for so long. But he's always mastered. I think a lot of times he says things, he's trolling. But I think also he's mastered the way to still get more people to talk about him. And I truly think he's the only person that's been in the game so long that he just gets bigger.
I mean,
He's getting bigger. My phone, he's getting bigger without putting music out.
That's true.
It's controversy.
No,
It's
that's
it's controversy.
That's not true. Kanye has been dropping music consistently for the past like 4 or 5 years.
Not that I've heard. I'm not gonna hold you.
He's had the
Yeah, that was
Vultures.
my
He had the
first question, what
Vultures
his newest-
project.
Okay.
He had the Vultures.
Yeah, Vultures.
He
Yeah,
had,
Vultures.
the
Vultures 1,
joint
Vultures
with
2.
it. He had the
Was
joint
that the
with
drum where he had his own? You got to have a certain device to even hear it.
No, that was Donda, stuff like that, Donda 2 and all of that. So he's been consistently dropping music. It's probably like he hasn't been dropping on DSPs as much, but still, like when it comes to the whole Drake thing, when you MJ, can't really go any higher. Just saying. But as far as Kanye, you're right. He's always been like a master at promo or how to get people to gravitate towards his music or just anything that he's trying to sell. There you go. Why his clothing brand is just so.
I guess I agree and disagree with this. Just not even just with talking about Drake, but like I feel like Drake, Bad Bunny, like Taylor Swift, their numbers keep increasing. So like I don't know. I mean I see the difference he's talking about with Kanye. I mean, and I guess I can agree to a certain extent with that, but I
So I
don't
think more so what I was trying to hit that, and I get what you're saying that the numbers are getting bigger and the fan base is growing, and I get that. But mine is more a sense of
because he's not doing too much
he's
right
not doing too much music,
I
and
can- I
he's
can agree
saying
to
he's
that.
putting out music, which I mean I don't sit there and subscribe to like it.
now.
Really
Vultures
went
2 came out like 2 years
You know
ago
what I'm
though.
saying? Yeah, like I
Well,
don't even know when that came out.
Oh,
so-
wait. Yeah. Vultures 2 came out 2 years.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So he's doing that, but I don't know anybody. Maybe I'll give Drake and Taylor Swift and Benito maybe are the only three who would garner have 1 million people in a waiting room to purchase tickets. But I don't even know.
Beyonce.
I don't even know if Beyonce if Beehive is even doing that big, bro.
She had the highest selling tour.
Maybe she. I mean, I don't know. But you know,
The last one or the one before that one?
Her tour was like
one show, 1 million people.
1 million. You know how much a
One
million
show?
people is, bro?
One show that I've
Beyonce
never
could
heard
do that. Beyonce
I've never
could do
heard
that.
No matter who you are.
I mean,
One
I would,
show,
bro.
1
1 million people in the waiting room, bro.
Not even take
Like
10.
even
Not
the
even
J
take
Cole,
10.
I think the Follow had 200,000. I think that was like what eclipsed that for one concert.
If you
in New
make
York.
if you make one show, then yeah.
But that's the thing. See, that's
Because-
see, hold on. But hold on. But that's the thing.
Kanye only had
Hold
one
on.
show.
But you're talking about if they make it, like they announce it. This wasn't announced. This was just a
No,
pop
it
up,
was just
bro.
a pop-up.
No, I know that. But I'm just saying like I'm not comparing it to that at all. But I'm saying like Beyonce could still put up numbers too.
No, she could.
But
not
I don't
saying
think
she
any
can't,
I
but
don't think
millions
anybody
is
could do it in
nuts, bro.
one. I don't think
That's
anybody
what
could
I'm
do
saying.
it other than Kanye.
That
Other
is-
than
that-
I don't think anybody
that's
can because
different,
that's
bro.
his
Like,
mysterious vibe. That's his thing. That's their fan
Yeah.
vibe. That's what they do. They're ready for like
Everybody know,
they're
yeah.
ready for that. Yeah, that
Right.
unexpected drop. So that's
right.
like
So,
that
and
fits.
speaking of millions, we're gonna shift sports. We're gonna shift to sports with another quick segment. When the rumors are, I'll shift to Brittany because we got a female on the pod. So Dak Prescott formerly engaged to, I believe her name is Sophia Ramos,
Mhm.
is now, seems like they're on I guess a split. I don't know what you call it if you're a fiance, you're not together. Is it still called a breakup? I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
A break.
So-
I don't know.
I don't know. So they
Maybe.
are reportedly were a month away from their wedding, Brittany,
Mhm.
and the reports are that they had a joint bachelor and bachelorette party.
I'm not doing
Yeah, I think that's also crazy.
that.
They had they.
It's common though. I've heard about it.
How does that work?
I don't even want to know. Anyway,
it's just basically like a big party. Like we get
Yeah.
our friends together, and we
I
just
actually
celebrate
attended one,
how
yeah.
we're about to get
I feel
married.
like traditionally, like your guys want you to have your last.
A high school friend, yeah. Our high school friend did one. We did. I was
Really?
actually at one. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I was actually at one.
I just feel like it's like a tradition. Like your guys want you
hold
to
on.
go out.
Ann said
for
our high
marriage.
school friend, but I wasn't invited, so clearly I wasn't a friend. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not releasing names. That's why. But
Well, anyway, so
Yeah.
when you look at it, and they're now the rumor is that at the bachelor party he was kind of pressuring her to sign the.
At the party.
That's what the rumor is. That
That's insane. See, that's why we're not doing that. Drink. No.
but
Not only
so
that, but-
hold on, let me finish doing that. They're in their position now where the rumor is that Dak Prescott did want to have a prenup and his wife did not. Her fiance did not. They have 2 kids together. So
Oh.
I want to ask you, Brittany. One, at what stage do you even ask somebody for a prenup? And at what stage do you, if you know they're not going to sign it, when do you leave?
That's a good question because I want to know that question too. When do you ask? Like, if you propose to your shorty or you
If you-
getting engaged,
if
And
you-
Dak is Dak is also at this point he's worth about 200 million, if not by the time he's a who the Dallas Cowboys are.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who that is. So
Mhm.
that being a part of that franchise alone, your net worth is always gonna increase.
I feel like if he should have did it once he got up from that one knee, put the paper right there on the table. Like, yeah. So
I definitely
You know,
agree.
like,
I
it
think it
should
should have
have
been
been a-
before that. That's the crazy part.
you think it should have been before?
Yeah. If you're getting married, right?
if you're having thoughts
If
of-
you're having if
Yeah.
you're getting married, right, you should. And to me, already, you probably shouldn't have kids. Like I want to have the traditional route,
Mhm.
whatever. So like, I'm asking for the prenup before the kids.
That makes sense.
It's 2 kids in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So at this point, even if they break up, you're already in line for 25%.
Yes, you're still good. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that's
already
true.
getting something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I agree with you. Like, it should have been talked about before. If you knew you was going to marry her and things like that, like, it definitely. But for others, like how you asked, when should the prenup be talked about? I think that I don't care what no one says. Every female always kind of push that marriage conversation after a certain
Oh,
amount of years.
100%.
So when that conversation come up, something in a guy's head should be like, all right, so am I going to get that prenup? Like, what's happening or whatever. But
Especially because, like, I'm gonna just give a piece of advice out here. If you want her to sign that prenup,
Into the mic, though.
if you want her to sign that prenup, don't make it where you trying to get her to sign that prenup right before the wedding. Just because there are ways for judges to be like, no, you pressured her into doing that, and that could void your prenup, and now you still on the hook for all this money. So you need her to be in sound mind where she doesn't feel like she was pressured to sign it. And yeah, that's my
not
piece on
even
it.
that, though. This joint little bachelorette event, like, ain't that the day before the wedding? So you trying to.
This was a month
No,
before.
it's a
This
Oh,
was a
they had
month.
this.
Yeah, this
Ain't
was a
it
month.
like a day before, though, right?
Usually,
Oh, no.
yeah. Usually.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine they did it their way, but imagine the day before the wedding, we trying to be turned up, and you pressuring me to sign a prenup, like.
Gilbert Arenas. No, seriously, that happened to Gilbert Arenas.
That was
For
Gilbert,
real?
and that was Steven Jackson. So Steven Jackson is on
Nah.
what's this All the Smoke podcaster. Matt Barnes is notorious for telling the
Mhm,
story of how
mhm.
he was supposed to. He was engaged. This is his first wife, and they were at the altar, getting dressed. They was in the room, and she still didn't sign the prenup. And Michael Bibby was the point guard. I don't know if you know who Michael Bibby
Yeah,
is,
I know
but yeah, he was Steven Jackson's friend. Well, one of his close friends at the time. He was his groomsman, and Steven Jackson, yo, what should I do? She didn't sign the prenup. And Mike Bibby was like, yo, why the hell we even here, bro? Like, yo, that's it. You done. And I believe it was also Mike Bibby's mom who told him, yo, wipe your tears, we're leaving. And they didn't get married that day. They ended up having like a party at the hall, but they didn't get married because you have to protect
I agree.
You have to protect your finances.
My question to y'all then is, when y'all presenting the prenup papers, you already said your answer. You said way before everything.
So I mean, if I was ever so lucky to be so wealthy, I was ever so lucky, Chad, to be so wealthy. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I think that's a conversation I'll have. Like Ant was saying, like if once you realize we're getting that serious, because at some point, if you are that wealthy, for the most
Yeah.
part, a woman's gonna have an idea of your financial status by the date or however however the relationship is going. They're gonna be able to tell that you're, then you also you don't want to withhold that you have money either. You want to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? So either way, but I think that's a conversation to be had early on in the date. And again, and if they aren't willing to sign it, I think you also got to be willing to cut your losses too, because I can assure you, no box is worth losing all your money or half of your money. Like it doesn't exist.
Not to mention what you already paid for just to have the wedding, because you talking about a month away. So you talk about the venue already paid for.
That's fine.
You gotta talk about cakes
Shit
already
deposit.
paid for, flowers already paid for. People, it was supposed to happen in Italy. So you talking about the flights that
Destination
you
wedding.
They made $1 million off the
flights
deposit.
that you already done paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Speaking of weddings, real quick, yo, shout out to Gary Owen. Did you see he got married?
Oh,
That looked like one of the dopest weddings I ever seen. You saw that? Ain't?
Yeah.
So you obviously know Gary Owen is, but he had the whole cast from Think Like a Man 2 as his groomsmen.
Except for Kevin Hart.
Except for Kevin Hart,
wasn't-
Kevin Hart wasn't
was
there. Then he came out to Bum B doing International Players Anthem.
Oh,
Yo, that
wow.
shit looks
Yeah.
so.
I've always liked him
lit.
though.
Every black person I think loves Gary Owen.
Yeah.
And of course, and he also married the black chick. But
I think he grew up in I think did he grow up in like a black area? or
nah, he
something
grew
like
up in Cincinnati. His
For
dad,
real?
I think his dad,
Oh.
grandfather was racist as hell. He always tells the story.
that? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, but I'm gonna be honest though. What y'all think about this? Do y'all think women care about money more than they care about looks?
Y'all answer first before I say my answer.
I think. Well, the perfect example I'll give to you, like it was just 60 degrees outside, right? 60 degrees outside. We opened at 65. I had my son
was
move
70.
down, whatever you want to call it. I drive a decent car, but if average looking man drives down the street in an M5 with the sun down or whatever car, this luxury car you think of,
Mhm.
he pulls up to the car. I'm willing to bet if a girl is single, she's gonna give him attention even if he's not attractive. That's just my belief. I think the times of caring about, and that's okay. Like I understand.
Mhm.
Like I'm too old now to sit there and say, oh, he's this, he's that. Like I'm too old. Like
Yeah.
I'm aware now. So I definitely think women care. Like, and it is what it is. That's why you gotta find a woman who doesn't. Like that's the better answer. You gotta find one who doesn't.
Wait, Aunt, what you think?
Well, the question is, do women
Care
care?
about looks or money?
I guess I don't know. I mean, realistically, they probably do care about looks and they care about money, right? But there's some women that actually don't care about that stuff. They care about just the stability of you being there, and I don't know. That's the type of woman I would be looking for.
I feel like
Be honest.
no, I'm
Be
be honest.
100% honest.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you can't get looks. You could always get money. So I care about the looks, right? However,
She putting on a
Interesting.
cake for the women right now.
no. Listen to me. However, when it comes to money, I personally would like a guy to have something to bring to the table, right? So we're not going for one. Think times are hard. However, we're not going for the ones that don't got no job or whatever. You
Yeah.
can get laid off. That is a thing. That is a thing. We're not talking about that. We just talking about no motivation to get a job, nothing. I personally feel like you could always get money, or a female always know how a female always know a way to get money or to hustle, or you yourself as a man know a way to get money and hustle. So that could always come. A looks you can't, unless the guy's getting plastic surgery or something. You can't really get looks.
I think Glorilla would disagree with you because she has a song. She's like, what is it called? It's
What?
like
With-
medium ugly or something like that in the song.
Oh.
She says. And
I
like,
know what song
she's
you're
talking about somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure
Nah.
there's women I've heard at least they don't mind a medium ugly guy because if you got money, you got money.
But everyone type or everyone is attracted to something different, right? So something I may think is like, oh,
Medium
that
ugly.
he look good. Other females probably be like, oh, he ugly. Like, nah.
Like, so you saying some men is like based off perspective. Like women think, like, okay, there might be some women that think he look good, some women that think he But I think there's some people that, like, it's a consensus that everybody think that guy doesn't look good. Like, let's take Flavor Flav. He got a bunch of baby mothers.
Because
And
he got
yeah,
money.
it's the money.
It's the money.
And that's
and
how I feel. I feel like, a lot of the times women are, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's attractive, and they're gonna go for him. But I think the money supersedes the guy's looks a lot of the time.
it does. I agree with y'all, but that's why I said personally, me, like,
So you're not putting on the cape for the women right now.
nah, I'm not putting on the cake.
Okay.
I'm not being a girl's girl right now because a lot of girls would go for the guy with the money. I'm not gonna, like, even your example, like, even when I see it in, like, the chats or something, like, oh, he had a BMW or he had this, he had that. I'm like, girl, do you see him? Like, what are we talking about right now? But I mean, that's just some girls' preference. Like, I'm not going, not too much on the girlies, but that's some girls' preference. Me personally, like, I mean, if you look attractive to me or whatever like that, that's what I would go for first. The money thing, but it's also with the money thing, like, it goes into a bigger topic of, like, what girls allow because the men have money. Like,
that was gonna be my next point.
that
I'm
was gonna
like,
be-
if he
yeah.
has the money, he's also gonna be in a, that famous Chris thing is Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. He's like, I got fuck you money, where I could do whatever the fuck I want. I think and that's also a thing for women too. That's not
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
man thing. I think that goes for both sexes. Like, there's also a
Mhm.
point where you think you have the financial, because just speaking for me personally, like,
Mhm.
not my personal experience, but in sense of the woman's checklist, like me and always talk about this, like, women say they want a guy that makes six figures and does this and
Mhm.
does that.
Mhm.
There's not many people in New York City who make six figures, especially the legal way.
Yeah.
So, well, I could only put me and Jordan in this situation.
Mhm.
So it's like, I'm in that tier who makes six figures. So
Mhm.
then now, if a woman is also looking for that, now the next thing is going to be, oh, is he good looking or is he that? So if you're putting
Right.
yourself in that position to where now at some point the guy is going to be well, again, from my perspective, the guy is going to be in control. Say, okay, well, what makes me want you? You know what I'm saying? So I think there's layers to
It
what
is.
someone's preference is, and again,
Mhm.
and I'm notorious for saying a woman will break the rules for who she likes. Like,
That is
people
a
have
fact.
rules, but a
is a
woman or
fact.
God will break the rules for whoever they want. There is no, you can't. There's no, like, running from that.
Look at
That's true.
what's his name? Michael Blackson. Like, he literally.
He has the funniest joke ever, and that motherfucker said that he told me I look under the bed.
No, but look at him.
Shit.
Y'all know about, like, how he has this rule with his
People cheat like
girlfriend.
once a month or once a year or something like that.
Who's allowing that? Because
Hold
of
on,
he
hold on.
has
There's a couple people that got that rule. There's a former NBA player named Andre Karolinko.
money.
His wife also gives him the opportunity. He could pick one woman a year to
Why we
cheat
doing that?
with, but his wife said, and he also said that he doesn't do it, and it's because of her allowing him to get that choice.
So speaking of rules and being broken, what are you allowing?
Mhm.
So a hot topic that I had at my job over the past couple of days was, is it okay if you follow an ex on Instagram? So not all your exes, but it's okay if you follow one in particular. And so I see your face.
It's definitely a no.
Right.
It's definitely no. Because
Can I-
why is this a
can I
specific
speak?
one?
Can I speak?
That point.
See this. See,
That topic
I'm in the
is-
circle with some lovers around the room. So, so I do follow. There's one ex that I actually do follow, and we're actually
Why?
because we're platonic. We realized it wasn't going to work out, and there was no bad blood. I think that is possible.
No such thing.
So, I don't want to get too personal.
No.
Let the
it's a
lover boy
podcast.
answer
We gotta.
first.
Okay.
So let me paint the picture first.
All right, go ahead, paint the picture.
All
Because
right, go ahead.
Come on, Picasso.
so the reason I was saying this was, so I was asked the question at work, and not defending myself. Was the argument I made was that at some point, and this is just how me personally, how I was always raised, was one, if you have a bunch of exes where it's like, oh, I can't stand that person, to me that's a red flag. That's one. Like, it can't be every ex was the problem. That makes no
100%.
sense.
I
Okay, can we
agree with
agree on
that.
that?
I could agree
Okay.
with that.
The next point I have was, if I had expressed so much, you don't marry everybody you love. That's not realistic. At least from what I've seen and what I experienced, you don't marry everybody you love, and that's also okay. Like, nobody's obligated to be with anybody. So I do feel like if you can't be with the person, at some point you could chalk it up to say, okay, we're better off as friends, whatever the case may be. And oftentimes, I can only speak for myself when I've broken. And I'm not talking about situationships. I'm talking about, there was a title, you met the family, there was
Like actual relationship.
there's actual
yeah.
relationship, right? So when you factor that in, and I do feel like it is possible to, at least in my experience to be friends with an ex. Like I don't, even on social media, and I get where people say, well, why I don't want them keeping up with me. If your friends keep up with you, like that's
That
what
is
that's
true.
what friends do.
That's
Like it's platonic. Like I think when the boundary is crossed, then
I feel
yeah,
like you're on the
That's
same
when you need
page.
to end
Wait,
it.
I
You
have
know?
a question.
Yes, go
though.
ahead.
Okay. Are you in a relationship right now?
no, I'm saying.
Okay, so when you get in, thank
So
you.
it's fine.
Right, but when you get in a
So
relationship,
this is not the control, but this is where I turned head. This is when people got mad at me because I know what you're gonna say. When you get in a relationship and my girlfriend asks me, like, am I following my ex?
yes.
I would say yes. And now if she asks me, get ready, Brittany. Now, now I'm gonna be honest. I'm being honest here, chat. Now, if she
Being
was
honest.
to ask me to unfollow her, this starts a bigger problem because then I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, no.
Excuse me.
So and the reason why
He's not lying.
the reason
Toxicity.
it's not toxic, but the reason why I'm gonna say no is one, I'm toxic. The reason I'm gonna say no is I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. One, I don't do ultimatums. What this is gonna lead to is so you picking her over me. No, because she's in my past. Like I'm with you. Like we're here, and I'm gonna have the transparent conversation with you and say, hey, this is X, Y, and Z. Like there's nothing there. We're platonic. You can even read the messages. Like I'm not texting her late at night. Like yo, let me come. Like
Y'all once had something for each other.
that's fine, and we moved on. Like that's history. Like it's in the past. Like you're my present, so I'm not sitting here doing this, and that.
Okay, so would you be okay with her?
Yes, I have no problem with that.
Now, what if she invites that same man to your wedding?
So I think that's like I think that's a little pushing it. I
No,
think
they friends.
They're friends.
They're friends.
But
There's nothing wrong with her
friends.
friends.
We're all friends,
But
but
that's
like
the thing. He did say with boundaries. He
That-
said
that-
no
that's
boundaries
exactly
being
what I
crossed.
said.
He
Like,
did say
like,
no
like,
boundaries.
where's
being
the
That's not a
crossed.
friend. That's an acquaintance.
Yeah, but that could be a boundary for him.
Yeah, like,
it doesn't
yeah, like,
necessarily
like,
have to be a
thank you.
boundary for what you.
Yeah,
think
But
a
I
think-
feel
relationship
like
should
just
have.
having, I agree with everything you said as far as like you could have ex that you were friends with where like, you know, we just not meant to be together. That's cool. However, when you enter that new relationship, it's a certain point of respect and loyalty that you have to have.
yo, I'm with you. You have the title.
But you still have, she still has access to you.
So do you block all your exes once you break up?
All my exes are blocked.
You block them.
They are blocked.
Jordan, you block
Look, this is what I'm gonna say, right?
They, he answered the question.
No. I'm gonna get to the questions. I'm gonna get to the questions. Look, but y'all gotta let me like break it down.
You gotta let them cook first. You gotta
Okay,
let them cook.
all
You gotta let them
right.
cook.
Stare it up. Stare it up.
There are exes that I have been friends with, right?
Carefully.
Very careful.
But I do not follow them on social media anymore. And
Is it
that-
because-
and that would be the extent of it. And it's not a like, oh, I need to block them or anything like that. But I just don't have them as a friend. I don't get any updates on their life. They don't get any updates on my life. And it's just basically like, you know, we could be friends, but friends from a distance. We don't have to talk every day.
and
We
I
don't have to talk at
bro,
all, at
I
all if you
totally
don't want
get
to.
that. But I'm saying, and I think people get so caught up on the one ex, like that you're following, like, oh, that this one you must be going back to them. That's not. I think at some, like I said, this is just
There's
me,
a
how I
reason
was
why
raised.
she's there and the others
Right.
aren't. though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
That's
fine.
not
I
true.
agree with
But
that.
that's
No,
not true.
no.
I agree with
That
I
is
agree
the
with
exact
that.
reason why.
I
What are you
agree.
talking
I agree with
about?
that, but
Because he's saying
I
that
also
Okay.
think that
if
you
it
shouldn't
reached
put
the stage of like being
platonic. Yeah, but I also think at some
But it's the
point,
reason why you're connected to her still.
because we're cool.
Because we're cool.
Exactly. There's a reason why you're not cool with the other one.
Because it ended bad. I'm simply saying if
This one ended good.
it's that's the only reason why you can still be friends because you guys realize, yo, we tried being together, it's not gonna work. But there's
me
so
ask
much respect there where we can speak, we can still be
Okay,
cordial.
so let me ask you
But
this.
you can't
said
invite her to the wedding.
I'm not even bringing like friends to the wedding, so I don't think that's like the same question.
That's wow. So you're just gonna.
No, I mean weddings are expensive. You think every friend doesn't get invited to a wedding?
That is true.
Like
Like you got paid by the plate.
Yeah, you gotta pay
I
by the
think
plate. Like that's not the same thing. But I will say, like I think, in my opinion, the way I expressed it at work was, I think it is possible to follow an ex on Instagram and it's just like, you're not interacting. Like it's just I don't have. I don't put that much stock in Instagram like everybody else does. I think I've said that before. But it's also a sense of if we end on amicable terms, we just realize we could just be friends. We could be cool. You'd be a ghost follower or something. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I just say that there may be a time where someone slides into someone's DMs
That's
and then
you're crossing the boundary.
I mean, ghost follow, right? Is your page public or private?
It's public.
So then she can sit on the outside and look and view.
I
That's
agree.
petty. See, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Like, okay, let me ask you this: was you raised when your mom raised you? Did she ever say when you break up with someone, that's it, be done with them?
She did.
All right. Well,
You see,
And
I
it's
can't-
bad
I
advice.
can't
It's bad
speak
advice.
to
It's
that
it's bad advice.
because I'm gonna be
But
honest with
you know,
my mother is friends with her exes.
like I think as adults, like life is too
Is your
short,
mom in a
bro.
relationship right now?
Well, my mom's not in a relationship right now, but
Same
when
thing for
she had a
Jaylin.
husband, she was still cool with her ex-husband.
Like life is too short. I
And
feel like
they-
now with social media, I
They
think
didn't have that relationship where it's like, oh no, sneaky links and stuff
I
like
don't-
that.
I don't want
either.
to take a shot. I love Mama, but
You're right.
Mm.
She's single right now.
I don't think that means that. Like,
I just feel like offer respect and offer loyalty. Like I said, like
it
you
works
know,
for them.
yeah, everybody different.
think-
listen,
I
you
think
got
it kinda
people who would
depends,
sit there and
though.
watch
Yeah, it works
and
for
watch
them,
their
definitely.
wife have sex with somebody else. Like what works for you works for you. Like
Yo,
there's
that's
people
a
out here.
little
That's
crazy.
wow.
We're talking about
Exactly.
some-
That's not
we're
like
talking about
Nah, that's real life though.
And
It is true.
according to people, they're married. You might say, well, it's not a real marriage. Yo, what works for you, each his own.
I
You're
agree.
in a different stroke for different folks. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm like, and again, I'm not saying every ex you have to be, but like, of course, but
There's
like,
a reason
like,
why she's still
but
following.
that's but okay, but there's like you don't
Because
have
you're
to
not
put that
following
much
your other
stock.
exes.
Right. That's because I didn't end on bad terms with this ex. If I end on bad terms, then by all means, you could like follow me, like do the whole work. But if we just, yo, me and you sit down, pause, right? Because I know Jordan's gonna say something crazy. We dating, whatever. Yo, but it's not working out. I think we should just be friends. Like, all right, like I'm cool with that. Like that's like leave it where it is. Like
I know you gotta ask her that. 'Cause
Yeah, I was about to say,
that
you-
was,
yeah,
that was
that
the
was-
that sound
pause.
like
that
some
was
real
a
man
baby
shit. Like,
pause,
yo,
like-
we cool, bro?
Because if a girl tell me that, like girls, I mean, I want to say that every girl, but like a lot of the time, the ending is like, oh, we can still be friends. No,
that's exactly how that.
You
That's
could
exactly
tell
how
you
the
could tell her
breakup
on
went.
paper like, yeah, we gonna be friends, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
why are we gonna be friends for?
But
We had
just-
nothing, it's done. It's over.
But that's
It's not
like
the
how
first
I,
to be
that's
friends.
exactly how our
That's
breakup
just-
went. Like it went with, oh yo, I think it's best to be friends. I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so then I'm outside.
That's not friends then, big bro.
Exactly.
You can't be
Why
friends
you-
with your ex.
you
That's
can't.
all I'm
I
saying.
think it's
You
subjective.
could be
No, no,
acquaintance.
no,
you could be
no,
you
but that's
could be
the thing.
cool
You
with
can't be
them.
friends with your ex.
So,
I really
so
do
you
think
see your ex in the
could
street,
be
you're not gonna
friends
speak to
with
him?
your ex.
No,
Cool.
That is
I-
wow.
amicable.
what are we speaking for?
That seriously, you're not gonna speak to your ex and see him on the street.
No,
That's yo.
Now,
yo.
I feel like you could be
Hold on,
friends
hold
with
on,
your
hold on,
ex.
hold
I'm
on,
not
Don't look at me.
speaking to my ex.
Don't look at me.
I'm not speaking to my ex if I see him on the street.
Let me cook. So you're not gonna speak to your ex. You see him on the street.
I have no comment.
Yes or no?
No,
Come on,
no.
don't pause. Yes or no?
See or no?
See or no? Yo, bro, come on, like realistically.
It's no.
Why
It's-
am I talking to my ex walking down the street?
That is
Wow.
wow.
So you saying you
So all
walking
this
past and kicking
love.
her
So
door?
wait, hold on. Let me cook. So all this love that y'all have for your exes just goes out the way because y'all not together.
No, I didn't say that.
Love don't live here. Love will get you killed.
Yo, y'all.
Oh, she different.
Crazy.
All right, she
Show no
different.
love.
She different. She different.
Yo,
But it's
Nah,
not.
nah.
It's just like
It's always big reps to 50 Cent on the
That's
top.
wild.
Yeah,
If you not,
yeah.
he said he said we could be cool, but if you cool people speak to each other. So if I gotta walk past, like, so you said
I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people I see outside, I avoid them, and we
This is
cool.
my
Act like you don't even know
that's
them.
fine.
It could be
but-
regular
Avoid
people.
them is crazy.
That's-
Because
Yeah,
some people they
avoid.
wanna talk to you, have a cool conversation. I gotta go.
All right,
somewhere.
let me
I'm
ask you
doing
a
something.
question. You walking down the street with your new girl or whoever, you see this ex that you're cool with, that y'all have each other on social media. Boom, she comes like, oh, give you a big old hug, whatever.
So
How
if
was
you
that?
make
Gotta
it
introduce her.
uncomfortable, that's
You gotta introduce
now
her.
if you-
Crossing
No,
one
no,
of
no,
those
that's
boundaries
just
you were
crossing a
saying.
boundary. Now if you
That's
caught,
crossing
How?
a
now if you're
boundary.
looking for a scene,
Y'all friends.
no.
If I ain't seen my friend in a minute, I'm like,
how women do. This how they
hey.
do. They try to gaslight it to make it worse than what it is. This is what they do. They try to gaslight it. If you know, if I see my ex right now, she's
Mhm.
out with a guy, I wouldn't even put her in that position. You don't do that.
So you just gonna walk past her?
Yeah.
But that's your friend.
No.
Hold
but
on.
is they're in a position where
Petty
there's a
J is
boundary.
definitely going
They're
to
in
say
a
what's
boundary.
up.
I'm definitely not, big bro.
You know
Not
they be
like-
lying.
it's
your
not
friend.
like
Go
But
say
that's
hi
your
to her.
friend. Why you not saying
Nah,
Go say hi to your
not
friend.
that, because at the end of the day, you don't want to put them in a position. You don't want to put that person in that.
So then
uncomfortable
y'all shouldn't
position.
be friends.
That's not how that
That's not a
works.
friend, bro.
But that's the thing. I think
It's not a
Jaylin
friend.
is saying like he thinks that they could be friends, but he's specifically talking about she could follow me on Instagram, and
No,
that's
because
it.
I follow her. Like,
and that's it.
like, yeah,
We could
like,
follow each other on the gram, but we're
we don't
not really
gotta go
friends
golf
where
with
we're gonna
drinks.
talk
Yeah, like,
to
that's
each
like-
other.
So then
anything like that.
you,
So
I
they're-
think you're using the
they're
term
social
friend.
media friends.
Yeah, y'all social
Yeah,
media
that's
friends.
cool. But if I see you out with your
Acquaintances.
girlfriends at like
Acquaintances.
like at a 9 a.m. bang, if I was to see you,
Mm.
oh yo, that's blah blah blah, yo, what's good, blah blah, and that's where I leave
I
it.
wouldn't be at a 9 a.m. banger
I done seen
in a relationship
bangers
with my exes
exes
probably did, bro. I wouldn't be there.
Wait,
I'm
what?
not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be at a 9 a.m. banger if I'm in a relationship.
You don't go out to parties. Being in a
Hey
relationship.
yo,
If-
hold
if-
on,
I think
hold
this
at
is
that point
going
in time- in that point in
to
time,
something
you know me,
different.
bro. You know me. I don't go out. I don't go out. I don't go out. Why am I in the club or a spot for if I already got the love of my life at home?
I'm about to
What
introduce
gotta
like
stop
phone
lying
a
on
friend.
the
What does that have to
We got a
do with
phone
anything?
friend.
So what? So your girlfriend keeps you hostage? You can't go
No,
outside?
that's not what it is. I didn't say she's doing that. I'm choosing to stay home because I respect.
So
my relationships.
if we saying yo, we going to the 9 a.m. banger, and are you coming?
No,
You're saying no?
let's go do something else. We can go to a bar and watch a
What's the difference
game.
between a bar and a 9 a.m.
I
banger?
respect
There's
that.
bitches
Alcohol is
there.
involved. There's bitches at bars,
Whoa,
big
whoa,
bro.
No, not the
whoa,
same thing.
whoa,
Not the same thing.
whoa,
It's not the same thing.
Whoa.
It's not the
There's-
same
there's-
thing.
what's
It's
the
different
difference?
settings. It's different settings. It's different settings for everything. You're putting yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be in
That is,
as a man in a relationship.
nah,
I'm gonna
big
be honest
bro.
with you.
That is that's
That
You don't-
that
you disagree?
answer that
No,
Ant just said
hell no.
is just for the people to think he's that guy. Because
Hell
I know for
no,
a fact
bro.
that if me and Jaylin say we going to the 9 a.m. banger, are you coming
In a relationship,
He is
in a
popping
relationship,
out
in a
with the
relationship. No,
Dominican flag,
In a
and he's
relationship,
like,
am I
"Capo,
going out to a
let's
party?
go."
In a relationship, am I going to a party often with you guys?
Bro,
As much as I am
Oh,
when
now
I'm
you
single.
switching it to often.
But
You
am
just
I?
said
But
you wasn't
am I still
going.
going? But I'm not
bro,
going as
if
much,
it's-
bro.
If
But
someone's
are
coming,
you going is the question.
No, because I'm not a party person either way. So I'm not going to no party.
well, if you was to say you're not gonna go to I'm not gonna go to Colombia because I got a girl. All right, whatever, like whatever, like yo, I get it. But a single party for 4 hours, you're not gonna go.
That
That's
type of party,
wild
no.
to me.
That type of party.
That is,
9 a.m. banger. Everybody know what the 9 a.m. banger is. What they doing, bro? Come
no,
on.
not if you're
What
not
are
a
we
cheater.
doing
You're not a
at
cheater. You're not. It don't make a difference.
But he's saying he
But
don't
I'm
want
not
to put
gonna put
himself
myself
in
in
that
that situation.
situation.
What situation? They not in there effing
It's-
each other.
No, but it's temptations.
What's the temptation? People
The
dancing.
same temptations
Listening
at
to
a
Bad
bar,
Bunny?
like
You
that-
listen to
that's-
Bad Bunny at home.
That's bro. He's lying for the pod, bro.
I'm not lying for the pod.
100%.
Brittany,
I'm
so you telling me,
not.
hold on, Pete. Your girl, your boyfriend tells you I'm gonna go 9 a.m. bang. Is that a problem?
Yes.
Britt, now we just
So,
everybody
hold on,
just
so
lying.
I want the chat to
Britt
know.
was just-
Hold on. I
Britt
want
was
the
just
chat to
saying the
know.
first
I'm looking
episode
off.
that
Hold on,
Jamaica
hold on.
go to the strip club.
No,
Thank
yes,
Thank you,
but
thank
it's
you,
a problem
thank you,
because you
thank
know
you.
why it's a
Thank
problem?
you, thank
Here's
you.
the problem. Because if we getting it personal with me and him have a rule that we go to parties together.
All right, that's respect. I
All right.
respect that.
So that's
that-
my.
I
And that,
respect
am I
that.
lying? You
No.
heard? You had conversations with us before.
But would
We
you
go
be
to
opposed
parties-
to him going by himself? You'd be opposed to it. Thank you.
If he was that type of person,
What does
No,
that
no,
even
no,
mean?
no,
yes,
no, no,
because
no.
if
That's
you're
not what
not
we
a
talking
party
about. That's not
person,
what we
if
talking about.
my boyfriend's not a party person, so if all of a sudden he like, yo, me and the guys going to this party, what you mean y'all going to this party? You don't even go to parties. Like,
All right,
what are you
that-
talking about right
that-
now?
I could
And that
respect
makes
that.
sense
That
if
definitely
it
makes
wasn't
sense.
Britt, because I know Britt gonna be like, "Oh, you don't normally go to parties, and your friends want to go. It must be a reason why y'all all want to go right now. Go ahead, chill."
But you
It's
know
just a
him
party.
though. You
I
know
know
him.
him, and
So
I know
you
he's
know
not, I know
that's
he's not gonna do that.
If you asking
But
me
I
from
know
a personal
you.
standpoint,
I know you, and you
I
wouldn't
have
do
to
that.
answer how my relationship is. If he's not a party person, I'm gonna have a problem with him going because it's like you don't go to parties, and then we already have this compromise of like we go to parties together, so that's weird. You get what I'm saying?
I do, but I also fact Aint is lying because that's like
Okay.
insane. Like I don't.
But I can't speak on anybody else's relationship. But what Ant is saying, I agree with. You don't want the temptations. Like, granted, I'm not a party person. I don't like partying, but I've been to parties. My friends, they constantly have parties when it's their birthdays or different things like that. Either I go or I don't go. Like, it depends on what.
And when you go, right?
Uh-huh.
When you go to these parties, are there times where you're just, I'm dancing by myself, or I'm like standing at the wall, like drinking? I got
Well,
my cup and stuff like that.
Like I
But
said, my
you-
compromise is my boyfriend's there with me.
No, I'm saying, but so you never went to no party by yourself?
In a relationship, no.
All right, but this is the thing. If you were out,
Mm-hmm.
what would you do? You listen
I'm-
to the music,
Be
Yeah.
honest.
maybe a drink.
No,
or
I'm
two,
gonna be honest.
Maybe
I'm-
a drink or two, and you chilling with your friends.
Yeah.
So there's temptations around. You don't
There
have,
is always
you don't have to
temptations, but
go.
I wouldn't put myself. So, boom, here's the temptation, right? Say me and the girls go to brunch. Brunch usually ends, let's say, 8 o'clock or whatever like that, right?
Late brunch.
Brunch usually ends at 8 o'clock.
Brunches be
Okay.
late because it don't be brunch for real.
Brunches end at usually 8 o'clock. However, in the past, me and my friends like, yo, what's the next spot? I'm in a relationship now. Ain't no next spot for me. I'm going to be laid up with my man.
I respect that more than saying going to a party is like.
Yeah.
Okay, now use me for instance. When was the first time and only time I've been to 9 a.m. banger?
What?
When. I'm saying
been
when.
to at
I
least
said
two.
when.
At least
Have
two.
I? No, I haven't. I've only been to one 9 a.m.
I've only
banger.
been to 9 a.m. bangers with you, bro.
I've only been to one, and it was the Puerto Rico. It was the Puerto Rican one.
Yeah, we went to one before that.
What was the other one?
I'm not sure. It was one we went to in what was it? Was
Yo,
it?
I know
But
Aint
either
lying.
way, was I single or in a relationship?
I don't remember.
So what?
Was I single or in a relationship? In June 2025, I was not in a relationship.
I don't remember.
I don't like. No. I'm not.
They're
saying
lying for the pod.
I'm
Now
not
they're
saying
lying
it was
for the
in a
pod.
relationship.
Now they're lying for the
But
pod.
But the one we went to before that, you was talking to somebody seriously.
Was I in a relationship?
You was talking to them seriously. I don't know. Do you consider that a relationship?
That's a whole
or
nother
not?
topic. 'Cause
Am I?
I don't know.
I wasn't then. I wasn't in a relationship.
I'm about to start phoning friends.
Because
So
you know, if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. I'm gonna say I'm in a
Phone
relationship with
friend.
that person.
Uploading memories from my phone.
So I know for a fact I definitely didn't go to that 9 a.m. bigger in a relationship. So
Jordan,
just
I'm
me.
gonna ask you this: is it okay to go to a party if you're in a relationship?
Yes, but you should be outright and tell the person where you're going. Like, make sure
Yeah,
that
no, I'm
they
not saying- I'm not saying
understand
it's a problem.
that you're going here. And, like, obviously you got to reassure them that, everything's going to be good. I'm just going to
That's
chill
all.
with
I
my
think
friends.
that's all it takes. And again, and people might be saying this because I'm single or Jaylin selfish, and I could be selfish and also be single. So two things can be true. But I'm also saying there's no difference between relationship me and single me.
He's saying
And
for
that's a
everybody
problem.
out there, he
Nigga,
going to go
but
to
and that's a problem.
Nigga, you're single. It's the same thing. What's the difference?
I'm not a party person. That's why I'm not
I'm
going
not a
to.
party person either.
But
When
you
the
would
last
go.
party I've been to?
You would.
I'm just saying, when
Is
I
it
When the last party
Captain?
I've been
I'm just
to?
saying, when I
He's
pop out
laughing,
to,
but when the last party I've been
I'm
to?
just saying, when I pop out to parties or events, there's only one person on this couch that invite me.
Honestly, the last party I think we went to, aside from your mom's 50th, was his party with Shorty invited us in this
And
Halloween
we always
party.
go to birthday events. And who's
on,
friends
bro, he's
with
capping.
birthday?
And he tells me
Who's
he
friends
tells
with
me
birthday?
and he
Okay,
asks
wait,
me.
wait, wait.
He
Hold on,
asks
hold on,
me.
hold on.
He asks
All right,
me.
hold on.
He
Hold on, no. Because
That
we
is
touching
so
on different
crazy.
things. We
You see
touching
how
on
they
different
do?
things.
You see how they do
We
me? You see
touching
how
on
they do me,
different
right?
things
You see how they do me?
though.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
What he's saying,
They
is,
start adding different things from around the world. and put together.
nah. What? Okay, so wait.
It has nothing to do with what it is.
No, wait, hold on. If you go to a party in a relationship, is your girl there? Like, no, she's not there. Are you dancing on other females?
Nah, that's the come on. Like, we
No.
we know the
You're
boundaries.
not dancing in the party. Females, they automatically.
They
just-
dance with themselves. They don't even dance
But
with
some
no more.
females be backing it up.
I
And
mean, that's true. Some, but that's not
what are you
me.
doing if a female back it up on you? What are you doing?
I'm
What you mean?
What you mean?
I'm two stepping to
You
the
two
side.
stepping to the side.
Grab my
What
drink
you
from off the
mean?
table because we always got a table. Grab my drink from off the table. And then, do
What?
my thing.
I need to phone a friend.
Oh my god.
Yo,
I need to
that-
phone a
Phone
friend.
friend.
Thanks for joining us this week,
I need
y'all.
to-
Can we wrap it up?
I'm just saying.
I need to phone friends.
Two steps to the side and be like, I'm sorry, man.
All right, y'all. That's our show for this week, man. It's been on way too long. We'll be back next week, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe to the pod, y'all.
Peace.